Well, this past week we talked about the chilly air moving in for the start of the week, and we certainly saw that. It was very cold this past week.
Yeah.
We got some snow as well, mainly flurries for us, and a little bit of accumulation in our northern spots, which is cool. Did you see the reported photos of that?
I did. The reported photos are awesome. I didn't get to see it in person, even though I live kind of closer to the Virginia border, but no, it was cool to see. It was really awesome.
I think mainly our northeastern spots end up getting it, and we'll show you some photos that we have that were sent in to report it. Thanks so much for sending those in. We'll show you how you can do that also as well coming up in a little bit. Make sure to like and subscribe our channel. Again, as you're watching this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the WRAL YouTube channel. We're going to be posting these videos every single week, so we want you to be able to get up-to-date information on what to expect throughout the week, and also a little bit of what we saw this past week as well. The big thing for this week is, I know we have a Horton Hears a Who. We now have Clipper. Clipper brings a cool down.
Clipper brings a cool down. We love alliteration in news.
Exactly. So we're watching this Alberta Clipper system that's moving across northern portions of the U.S., mainly impacting Canada. Also could bring some lake effect snow to portions of the New England states, and it will gradually work its way to the north and east into the start of the coming week. We don't get the coldest air from this system, and it's because these systems really just clip our area instead of fully moving through them. So they originate in Alberta, Canada, that's why they have the name Alberta Clipper, and most of the precipitation stays to our north. So you can see up towards the typical areas that see snow, just past Lake Erie, and up towards the New England states, New York, Maine, all those areas. They're going to see the majority of the snow, mixed precipitation, rain from the system. And for us, we stay dry. I mean, we've
been dry.
Recording this on Sunday. Yeah, it's been dry.
Yeah.
Recording this Sunday, and it's dry today. We have that red flag warning in place because it's breezy and dry. Fortunately, that we won't see those same conditions into the start of the week. We'll have calmer winds, and it will be cooler across our area because we still do get some cooler air. We turn a bit cooler, just not quite as cold as those northern spots. It's just harder right now for us to get those deep Arctic air masses like we saw this past week. That's kind of a little bit more of a rare occurrence. I'm saying it can happen, but it's a little bit rarer for that deep cold air to sink in like that. So, but we still got it. Lows in the 20s.
Yeah, we did.
It was very cold.
It was cold. And then this, we are recording this on a Sunday. This weekend, it was in the 70s.
I know, and it's really back and forth. The roller coaster continues this week just because we have these. We're in a transition period with our weather, especially during the fall. We get these some deep cold air masses, and then sometimes we have these highs that sink in, and they bring in some warmer temperatures across our area. We're going to see that this week. So to start this week, we have this area of low pressure, upper level pattern. Let's say we have an area of lower heights to our north and east that clips us, so we're gonna have some cooler air to start the week. Then you see by midweek we're kind of in between a couple of systems. We do have a weaker trough. It's what's called a shortwave trough, so a smaller version of those bigger U-shaped patterns that we see, and that kind of clips by us, but it brings us a stationary boundary. So we could see some isolated showers into Tuesday and Wednesday. I think they'll start towards the mountains, so folks towards the mountains late Tuesday and early Wednesday could have some isolated showers. But then for the majority of us, I think we'll see some isolated to scattered showers closer to the North Carolina-Virginia border, mainly, but northern spots could see some rain into Wednesday. So we'll talk more about that. We do have a forecast model that does talk about that and kind of the timing of those systems. So we'll watch for that. But then we have this upside down U shape, and that's where we see the high build back in. We have an upper level high that builds in, and that's going to bring us to warmer temperatures by Wednesday. So if you like the 70s, you're going to get that again. Yay. If you're not a fan of the back and forth, then you won't like that. That's going to stay in place for really the back half of this week. It starts to back off. We have the system back to the north and west. The majority of the lift for those showers and storms to develop are going to be closer to where this upper level high is. It's that kind of that blue circle you see just to the south of Minneapolis, upper level low there. I think it's an upper level low, something like that. And
meteorologist over here.
Yeah, no, right. Upper level low, just to the northwest of St. Louis. That's going to clip areas like Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas. I'm going to watch for increased chances for rain, and with that, we could see some areas of flash flooding as well. So that's going to be
wow.
something to watch because they could have a significant amount of rain during a short period of time later this week. So that's something to watch there. I think for us, we're mainly going to stay dry, and I'll show you those rainfall totals through the next 7 days. It's really not that significant. Could see some lake effect snow, as I mentioned, up to the north. So I want to show you this cool graphic. Chris Michael, shout out to you for making this awesome graphic, showing the cold Arctic air moving in. Clips the Great Lakes for the most part. I think we can see the majority of that snow in northern portions of New York and just past the Great Lakes, but the majority of it will be up towards Canada and closer to that deep cold air mass and where the majority of the moisture will be. So no snow this week for us. I think the majority of the moisture will stay out of our area. So yeah, it's unfortunate because I feel like when it gets cold, we kind of want like a little bit of snow, not enough to like cause major.
Like make up for it. You
Yeah,
know?
we don't want major issues, of course, on the roadways because I know snow and ice can be a pain to deal with. I came from Mobile and we had a significant snowfall event earlier this year, and we did not know how to drive on it. So, but quickly learned. I had to quickly learn because it was a pain. So glad we had to deal with that. It will be cold though tomorrow morning and also into Tuesday morning. So let's talk about those lows. Monday morning. So this says tonight. This is going to be into Monday morning. 39 Raleigh, 34 Roxborough, 40 in Fayetteville. So certainly colder than what we saw Sunday morning. If you recall, we were at around 60 degrees to start the day. It was significantly warmer. That's because we were ahead of a cold front and we have a lot of moisture in place. Southwest wind kept us warm. Then by Tuesday, we have an even colder air mass that really sinks in. 36 Raleigh, 32 Roxborough, 32 South Hill. Not going to be as cold as what we saw this past week, but still on the cold side. So your typical, heavier coat probably is needed to start the day, but it will be comfortable by the afternoon. And so by comfortable, I mean like 60s, which, I mean, that's nothing to complain about at all. So it should be very, very comfortable. How did you like the 20s earlier this week? Was it a little too cold? Yeah.
I don't like it cold. And I would love to ask people, like, what do you prefer at this time of year, right? Because I feel like so many people were happy to get outside. I know my mom was painting her deck yesterday because it was so nice outside, and it's November, so it's like, is this weird? Is this something that we like, or do we like to see those little snow, flurries here and there? So be sure to tell us what you think and what you like, because we want to know.
Leave a comment and let us know, because I'm one where when it gets to this time of the year, I'm kind of ready for it to be cold, just to kind of like feel the spirit of this time of the year. Like when it gets towards Thanksgiving and Christmas, I want the season change, and I think from coming from the Gulf Coast, I am even more so ready for seasons because I had like no seasons ever besides January where I had snow all of a sudden. That was wild. So as I mentioned, the roller coaster continues. We have the drop off into Monday and Tuesday, and then it slowly go up the peak of the roller coaster into Thursday and Friday up to 76. Yeah, it's 13 degrees above average at the end of the week. So a big change. It'll be seasonable to start. Then we're into the mid 70s on the Thursday and Friday. So yeah. Are you a fan of the? I know you like the 70s, so Thursday and Friday.
I just hiccuped in the middle. Oh. That's what I was apologizing for. But yeah, no, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that 70s. You know, but I get it. I get it. We need the cool down for November. It's almost Thanksgiving.
I had the fall leaves here, but obviously, like this Thursday and Friday won't be as fall leaf kind of weather. It's more going to be like early fall where you don't see the leaves change very much. So going to be warm there. So watching out for that. I want to show you the rain chance real quick for late Tuesday into Wednesday. This is just an initial run of a forecast model into Tuesday and Wednesday. So this could change depending on the timing of when that front kind of sets up over our area. Isolated showers to the north late Tuesday. Then by late Tuesday into early Wednesday, you see some more scattered showers. Right now I have the range is at 30% just because model confidence, especially with this forecast model this far out, and it's kind of a stalled boundary that could waver, some uncertainty there. But watch for some isolated showers very late Tuesday into early Wednesday. This model has the majority of it moving out by the morning commute, but we still have some lingering clouds on Wednesday. So keep that in mind for the middle portion of this week. Just mainly scattered clouds, but then we'll see some changes. So now we're going to shift gears. I know by Thursday we have Festival of Lights starting up at Durham, so I want to show you this. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s by 5 p.m., dropping to around 60 degrees by 8 p.m. So if you're heading to that, it's a very fun event. Enjoy that. It should be very, very comfortable for the start. Again, temperatures in the 50s and 60s, you can't complain. That's going to be really nice, and we should have mostly clear skies as well. The next event, which I'm sure a lot of you are excited about, is going to be on Saturday. Do you know what it is?
The Raleigh Christmas Parade. Woo-hoo.
So very, very exciting. And right now, the forecast is looking, for the most part, okay. With our next cold front moving in, I mentioned that system back to the west, bringing a lot of rain to the Midwest and areas towards Missouri and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be as strong here. So we could have some isolated showers late Friday into Saturday as that cool front moves in. But the rain chances have not looked very significant over the past few days with forecast model runs. So not looking as, I don't know, cross my fingers, hoping it stays that way. It will be very mild though, ahead of that front in the low 60s. So it won't be as cold as I know sometimes the Christmas parade's been pretty cold.
Oh yeah.
We won't see that, which is going to be good.
I mean, I remember dancing in the Wake Forest Christmas Parade growing up, and in Henderson and in Oxford, just growing up here in North Carolina, and there would be some parades where it was great because we would take off our jackets, we'd be sweating.
Right.
And then there were some Christmas parades, especially early in the morning or later at night, where we had hand warmers and everything. And especially with rain, if you've practiced, for months for this, rain is your worst nightmare. Right?
And I can imagine so.
Yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed,
yes,
nothing gets rained out.
Hopefully it's just a brief shower here or there and it's earlier in the morning.
Right.
But I don't think we're going to see much rain. This is the next 7 days from the Weather Prediction Center, kind of looking at how much rain we could see across the U.S., much of the U.S., as you can see here. The majority of it back towards northern portions of Texas, southern Oklahoma, so areas like Tulsa, maybe parts of Oklahoma City could see a good bit of rain, through Fayetteville, Arkansas, through St. Louis and Paducah, Kentucky. They've got a good bit of rain, but for us, only about 1/100 of an inch. So that means we probably won't see much. I think any of the rain that we see over the next week will probably be isolated, but of course, we could see changes. We still got a week away from that front passing through our area late in the week, so we'll have to watch for that. And we need the rain. Drought conditions do continue. The worst of it's to our east, but we still have a good portion of our area, or really all of our area, under abnormally dry conditions. So we are in need of another good dosage of rain. So we're hoping to get that eventually in the next, in the coming weeks, I should say. But look at the temperature outlook. This is looking towards Thanksgiving. Letting folks know if you like a warmer Thanksgiving, it looks like it's trending that way. Instead of highs in the low to mid 60s like we typically see at this time of the year, it's been trending warmer. Not sure exactly what it will be at yet, but we'll have to watch that into next week. But right now, things have been trending warmer for our area into Thanksgiving. Okay. So
maybe you can eat outdoors if that's something that you're into, if it's nice outside.
Exactly.
Have a little Thanksgiving meal out of the doors.
Right, exactly. That would be pretty nice. I mean, you can go on the patio and have Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there you
go. I've done that before. It'd be cool. I've had it at the beach before. That was really nice.
Yeah, that's the bomb.
Beach Thanksgiving is very cool. So I want to quickly talk through our awesome snow photos. This was sent in from Chris Myers out of Halifax County from earlier this past week. Got some accumulation there in Halifax County. I think Halifax, Edgecombe County, Northampton counties are the places where we saw the majority of the snow this past week. There was some as well that clipped areas like Southern Pines. I think I have a photo in here from that. This is Edgecombe County though, from Chris Hale. See some snow accumulation there. And then you also have some snow videos.
Yeah, let me show y'all some snow video that we've got queued up. This is from Mallory Eubanks in Ashboro.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
That looks like it's probably from, a Ring camera or something.
I think this was snow that, fell in the mountains, and some of it still held together even when it passed the mountains.
Yeah.
And so areas like Ashboro and then eventually Southern Pines and southwestern portions of our area ended up getting some of this.
Yeah.
So very cool to see that. Thanks for sending it in.
Which is really, really interesting. Really cool stuff to see. And you've got a really lovely photo behind us.
Yes, so I want to show a couple, or one of these as well. And you've got some video from the Aurora, the Northern Lights that we saw earlier this past week. I think it was Tuesday and Wednesday night we had a chance to see it. And just some awesome video and photos out of it. Thanks so much for sending your photos into WRAL.com/reportit. And this is also some really cool video from the Northern Lights. So thanks so much for getting this queued up for us,
Yeah,
Elizabeth.
this is amazing.
It looks great.
It's so cool to see this, and I think, this is something that I think living where we do right now, you never know if this is something that you'll see in your lifetime, right?
I know.
This is something that people want to see before they die.
Right.
And, to be able to see it in your own backyard is really cool.
Yeah, it can be rare, and we usually don't know until closer to time that something like this will happen. So whenever it does happen, it is awesome, and you quickly get your phone out. Long exposure
All
on
the way
immediately.
up, yeah.
Yeah, and it's
so cool.
It's awesome. And then one more photo. This is from sent in Saturday from the Sunset from Southern Pines. William Bingham sent this in. This is just beautiful. Want to share that. Again, WRAL.com/report it. That's the best way for us to get your photos, video, anything you have to report to us. We love to see it. Please send in as much as possible. We love the fall colors, snow, everything that you see, and it helps us to tell our story on TV of what happened in your specific area. So thanks so much for sending that in, and we'll continue to look out for those over the next week.
Yeah, and we'll include them here too.
Yes.
So be sure to watch so that you can see if your pictures are included. We love to hear from y'all. Give us a like, subscribe.
Yes.
If you hate something that we're doing, tell us that too, so that we can make this better and more enjoyable for y'all.
Right. Yeah, thanks so much for watching this week, and we'll be back next week with more info on what to expect into Thanksgiving as we look forward towards that. So thanks so much for tuning in.